Trail ride. So we are at Tosohatchee Wildlife Management Area and we're getting ready to go for a ride. It's about an 11-mile loop through a variety of terrains, from swamps to hammocks to oak hammocks. We will go through even some grass prairie lands. We will go through palm forest area. There are bogs, but this is a totally safe drive. Safe for somebody even in a car most of the time. Tosohatchee is between Highway 50 and 528. At one point, this trail will actually go underneath Highway 528. It is an Indian word, which means the meeting place of the Blue Jays. This was where General Jessup wanted to meet with the Seminole Indians to set up a treaty. They didn't trust him, so they decided to take their group and meet down at Taylor Creek, a little south of here. It's a good thing because that same General Jessup met up with Chief Osceola and several other chiefs in the area and arrested them under the white flag of truce. I know CBs are old school and everybody's switching over to GMRS, but CBs just work really well for us. We do have GMRS too, but most of the time we're on CBs. Today, we're on channel 12. That's my channel of choice. It's on June 19th, 1943 that the flight took out. Took the lives of 7 people. And it's out here somewhere. The plane literally had very little left of the fuselage. I mean, very little left. It is out here somewhere. Those who know will not tell. And if you find out, don't share it. Because, of course, there's always people who are looking to pick through whatever they can find. When it rains, these roads go underwater, and you can still drive on them if you have a lift. I've never seen them go more than 2 feet or so underwater. Now there is a place by Jim's Creek that can get a little bit deeper, up to 3 feet or so sometimes, depending on how deep the roads are. If it's flooded and you don't have a lifted Jeep, then you need to exercise caution, unless you're following somebody and then you can find out how deep it is. You have to stay pretty much in the center of the road when you're driving, and go slow. If you go fast through those puddles, you're splashing water and the mud and sand that is in the road, and when you splash out the mud and sand, it makes deep pockets or holes. So if you have to drive through the water, drive slow like we just did. Another thing, we were just stopped by one of the wildlife managers.
Look at a snake. Oh, not a snake, sorry. It looked like a snake.
Oh, it's not a snake. It's a piece of a palm tree blowing down the road. We were just stopped by one of the wildlife management officers, and he pointed out that you're not supposed to stop on the road. there are designated parking areas throughout most of this road, and that's where you're supposed to park. So one of the things I just stopped for a moment and talked to him. Tosohatchee, I've never had anybody get stuck out here. I mean, even after the rains, I've never gotten stuck. I've never had anybody get stuck, and really, I've never even seen anybody getting stuck out here. If you go off the road, there's a high probability that you're gonna get stuck. As you can see, there's ditches on each side of the road. So if it floods out and this road does go underwater, just stay in the middle of the road. Drive slow and careful, and you'll be fine. The only thing you want to watch out for is around the Jim Creek area. If you see a heavy current coming across the road, there is a possibility that the current from that creek has taken out a portion of the road. So if that's the case, you want to drive slow and watch the level of the water and just go really slow. There are signs up here at Jim's Creek that'll tell you how deep basically the water is. This is all a floodplain, and there are deer that are out here. There are gopher tortoises out here. There are indigos. There are rattlesnakes, black racers. This environment is a kind of a combination of pine flatwoods and palm flatwoods. If you've ever been driving down Highway 528 and gone through this area on the way to Cocoa, you have probably passed through Tosohatchee and didn't even know it. Those palm trees and those palm forests that you see before you go over the St. Johns River, that's Tosohatchee. This is Jim's Creek. Charlie Lake has a restroom and a place to fish. This lake was named in honor of Charlie Matthews, whose hard work and vision are reflected on the Tosohatchee landscape. A lot of places go in, and when they make a road, they have to dig out for overpasses. And that was the case here. They dug out all of these lakes to make overpasses for 528. Yeah, they're all man-made lakes.
I wonder how deep they are.
I don't know. This is parking area number 25.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yep, this is the Bumby Camp Trail. Well, this is new. People coming out and messing with stuff. If you look at the video link at the end of this video, you'll see before they had to fence it off. Part of several camps that were out here. in the 50s, they tried to get money for the land so that they could purchase this land. And so they set up hunting permits with hunting groups, and this was one of the hunting camps. The other one was the turkey cabin that we had driven past that portion. This was the Bumby camp. Most of them all burnt down. I mean, with the uncontrolled and controlled fires, this is all that's left. A few years ago, it wasn't fenced in. A few years ago, the fireplace was nearly complete. So somebody's been out here knocking stuff down, and now they have to fence it off.
Let you know it's there.
In the 20s, they had an issue out here with some tick diseases, and they actually eradicated all of the deer in the Tosohatchee area. They had restocked them with deer from up in Georgia. There are some cattle vats out here. I've never been able to find them, and I've often looked for the old fire truck that got caught in a fire. I've never found it. A prescribed burn will take out all this scrubby stuff. It'll get rid of the invasive species of plant life that's not supposed to be out here, as well as clear out the way for natural trees to seed and grow. It also clears out the way for any wildlife that needs to move through. And my favorite part, probably burns off a lot of the ticks. Turkeys. I don't know if turkey season's still open or not, but they were acting more like giant road runners. Well,
Hey.
it's cold and windy,
Yes, it is.
and the alligators are hiding. Did you see that big gator?
No, I missed
Oh,
it. I was
it's a
looking
big
to the
one.
right.
Yeah, yeah. It was a really big one on the left.
I saw the fish jumping out there.
Yeah, I don't know. They might be mudfish, but I like that. That's classic old stuff.
What's that?
This Land Cruiser.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Toyota.
road in front of us, moving like a invisible force, like a monster movie or something. Pretty cool. We've seen just a couple gators, not really able to video. I saw 4 black racers today. All 4 of them got away. I thought I had one in my hands, reached down to pick it up, and it just disappeared. So black racers are called black racers because they're black and they are fast. They're really hard to catch. They also have a pretty mean temperament most of the time, so picking them up, you run the risk of getting bitten. But they are one of Florida's most common species of snakes. Easy to identify because they're long, they're black, they're fast, they like to crawl with their head above the ground, and they have very white chins. It's a Florida black racer. They're not venomous, and your chances of catching one are pretty slim unless you find them under a board. Hey, there's a dead black racer. I bet you I could catch that one.
They look beautiful.
All right. What type of Toyota is this?
This is a 1978 Toyota FJ40 Land Cruiser.
1978.
Wow.
How old is your Jeep?
79.
79. And how long have you had it?
I've had it since 2005 is when I bought it, but I didn't get it on the road till about 2011. So,
wow.
You know.
And this is a Toyota, so it's Toyota dependable?
Yes.
Yes. And how many miles does it have on it?
I'm not sure because it's only a 5-digit odometer. So when I originally got it, it said, I think it was 54,000 something. So I don't know.
We
if
rolled over a couple times. 254.
You know, plus the guy told me that at one point he had the speedometer cable disconnected.
Yeah.
So that would make a difference there.
Well, this is a nice ride. It's got plenty of patina.
Yep.
You're not selling it, right?
Nope.
Tell everybody right now. It's
not for sale.
Not
Nope.
for sale. And Tim, eat your heart out. If you contact this guy and you offer him a ridiculous price, Tim,
Maybe.
but not likely. So
right.
it's nice.
I love the way these seats are.
Yep. That's
Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
factory original. They seat sideways like that. So I don't know how safe it is though.
The seats. Wow.
Conquer your
And
head.
and somebody's been fishing, so
Yep.
this is definitely nice. Well, I just thank
really
you for
nice.
sharing. And what's your name again?
I'm Danny.
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 Nice
Well,
to meet
thank you
you.
for sharing us about your Toyota Land Cruiser.
Oh, no problem.
For all you people out there that always ask, can other people go with you on a Jeep ride? Yeah, but we do love all off-road vehicles, and these Toyotas have special places in our hearts. Thanks for sharing. Danny, have a great day.
You're very welcome. You too. Thank you.
Hey, this has been Tosohatchee State of the Trail. It has been dry, dusty, windy, and cold. We've seen a lot of people out here today. We've seen some Jeepers, some airboats. We saw some gators. We saw 5 black racers, one of them dead on the road. That's the only one I could have caught. Hey, don't forget to subscribe. This video should put us over 5,000 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you for joining us. And thank you for joining us on the Jeep ride to Tosohatchee State of the Trail. I'm Matt. Bill.
Sarah.
I'm Steve.
I'm Tom.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Mark.
And I'm Randy.
And you just been on a Florida Jeep ride. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. Maybe Croom. Maybe Chazawitzka. I don't know. Maybe the backyard. Oh, by the way, we took the red Jeep again. We'll see you on the next trail. Thanks for riding. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for hitting the like button. We'll see you next time.